There is something that happened in childhood that has affected you as an adult that you need to let go of and release. This is about coming to a place of acceptance and understanding that you have the opportunity to change. This is StarLink guidance, and these are messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for January 2024. Please take what resonates and discard the rest. Before I begin your reading, Pisces, I have cleansed and meditated, and I want to do some channeled messages for you. The first thing that's coming up for the Piscean collective is that there is going to be a change with regards to business contracts. So this could manifest for those of you that are already within a company, business or organization, that you are going to be walking away from a role or walking away from a job or renegotiating the terms and conditions of your existing contract. For some of you, this represents moving to a new company and formulating a new contract. For others of you, this could also represent repairing a relationship with like a paternal figure. And I'm getting that there may be a time or space in which there may have been distance between you and either your mother or your father, but I'm strongly getting paternal figure. For some of the Piscean collective, there is a deep level of transformative healing that is taking place. I believe that a lot of Pisceans that are choosing to sever contracts within businesses, companies and organizations are actually seeking something with a deeper level of meaning. So it could be that you're going through a period of time in which you are exploring what it is that you value, what it is that you believe, and new ways of working that allow you to go on adventures and explore. Some of you may even be looking at more philosophical writings in order to sort of discover on a deeper level who you are and how you can use those beliefs and those philosophies in order to move you into a more purpose-driven role. Whether this is within your job, whether this is within your business, but there are deep changes and transformations that are going on, that are happening on an emotional and subconscious level. Now, before I begin, what I'm going to do is I will pull some oracle messages and then I will begin reading. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising for January 2024. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising for January 2024. So we have the Sun. This is for their material, emotional and spiritual upliftment. We have Cancer. We have 9th house. And we have 10th house. Okay, we're going to start off with the bottom of the deck energy for this deck. We've got Virgo. So Virgo represents the 6th house. The 6th house is all about having systems, having processes, being methodical, being organized. The 6th house rules all things to do with our health, our work and our routines. For some Pisceans, they are working on their health at the moment. Some of you are working on your physical health. Some of you are actually working on your emotional health. So some of you are actually sitting and doing a lot of deep subconscious healing around early childhood experiences or even recent experiences as an adult. So you may be sort of analyzing yourself and looking at any type of repetitive patterns or cycles that are occurring and thinking about ways in which you can come up with solutions or strategies to stop or break the cycle. And you're going to be using some sort of analytical energy of Virgo. So Virgo is your sister sign. So Virgo is all about practicality. It's all about taking initiative. It's about taking steps and being solution orientated. So what you're learning is to put your ideas into action steps. Virgo also represents not only the energy of being solution focused and orientated, and not only rules over health, whether it's physical health, emotional health, but it rules over work and routines. So I definitely feel like there is a change for the Piscean collective with regards to work. Some of you are seeking to have more purposeful or meaningful work. Some of you may not be challenged in the work that you are currently doing, and you're seeking something that is going to give you a lot more inspiration, a lot more adventure. For some of you, you may even be looking at jobs abroad, something that's going to allow you to travel. For others of you, you may be looking at something that has more of a purpose, something that has a meaning, something that's going to allow you to help others, because Virgo also rules service. So Virgoan energy is all about how we can show up in ways in which we are of service to others, or providing a service that benefits others. So some of you may be looking into doing that. For others of you, you may be looking to start a business that is a service-based business rather than a product-based business. It could be something that's online, but it could be something that's going to allow you to tap into your creative energy. Now, if we look at the first card that's come out, we've got the Sun. The Sun represents our conscious self. It represents who we are growing into in this lifetime. Our Sun is all about our passions and our desires and our goal. It's all about using our gifts and our talents and our creative expression in the course of our life. Some Pisceans at the moment have been given a lot of guidance around what it is that they should be doing with regards to their career. So it could be that you are looking at focusing your energy and your attention on revisiting a childhood talent, or revisiting a talent of the past that's going to allow you to tap into your creative energy in order to make something new. You could be at the initiation stage in which you have already received the idea and you are now taking practical steps towards bringing your idea or your goal into fruition. With Cancer being here, I definitely feel, because the Sun is the ruling planet of Leo, and that represents our childhood, but Cancer represents our home, our family, and the mother. This is about paying close attention to your intuition. The ideas that you have are divinely inspired ideas, and you may have been getting a lot of synchronicities, either through repetition of numbers, either through visions, or having really vivid dreams, which is guiding you towards making new choices and moving in a new direction with regards to your work. You are being told at this time to focus on what you are passionate about, especially with these two cards actually being focused on what it is that we truly desire. You have not been in a role in which you have felt emotionally fulfilled. It may have been something that has given you material stability, but it's not something that has given you purpose and meaning, and you are now seeking to move into a direction in which you are doing a role in which you are given purpose and meaning, or creating something that has more purpose and meaning for the collective. I definitely feel with this Cancer card being here, it's really time for you to focus on creating, because these two energies together represent creative energy. And it's about taking action towards what it is that you are creating. There may be a need with this 9th house energy here to do some research. The 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about focusing on exploring, learning, it's teaching, it's going on explorations within new lands or new territories. It may be that at this particular time you are being told to have a deeper level of faith and belief in what it is that you're currently creating. For some of you, for others of you, this is about doing your research. This is about, and this would obviously complement the Virgo card that we've got at the base of the deck, because Virgo is the diligent and most methodical sort of solution orientated sign that always does their research before embarking on new projects. They always know how it's going to be done. So this is about you exploring the how of what it is that you are wanting to create. For some of you, there may be a need for you to complete some form of course. There may be a need for you to complete some form of research. It may be that you are being told for what it is that you want, you need to have a deeper level of faith. So this is what this ninth house is talking about. I also feel that with Cancer in the ninth house, for some of you, it may be that you're stepping into a position in which you are becoming more of a spiritual or philosophical teacher. So you could be using your gifts in order to teach people how to live more of a purpose-driven life. It may be that your life currently is the example, and what you're experiencing at the moment may be a testimony in order to help encourage and support others in their own journey to self-discovery, to evolution and self-progress and development. Some of you may be going into life coaching. Some of you may be potentially going into some form of work which may be therapeutic. So it could be art therapy, it could be music therapy, it could even be like movement therapy, sort of dance therapy is what I'm seeing. Or you may be considering a role in which you are using your gifts and your talents to help others. With the 10th house energy being here, the 10th house being ruled by Capricorn, this is all about your career aspirations. So this is about what it is that you want to become. For some of you, this 10th house is about creating a business. So some of you are really desiring, with this 9th house, which represents freedom, you are desiring to work for yourself rather than to work within a business, institutional organization. You want to create something for yourself, and you're going through a deep level of organization in which you can, for some of you, work from home, because Cancer represents the home, and you want to work for yourself. I definitely feel like you are creating something in which you are making either a business, or for some of you, you may be becoming a sole trader. So you are looking at what that looks like on a practical level. Some of you may be looking to incorporate a company. Some of you may be looking for an accountant to help you with your tax. Some of you may even be seeking external investment or putting forward some sort of proposal in order to attract some form of seed funding, is what I'm getting, in order to start your business. Whatever this happens to be with this 10th house, I definitely feel that the energy here is about building something that is going to last, and building something that's going to create a legacy, not only for yourself, but those that come after you. For some of you, these cards are actually talking about, on an emotional level, these cards are actually talking about repairing a relationship with a parental figure. It's kind of like with the 9th house and the sun being here, it's kind of exploring the childhood, looking at events of the past and looking at those events of the past through a deeper level of consciousness. So looking at them through the eyes of an adult, and exploring the perspectives of both your mother and your father at that particular time, because the 10th house represents Capricorn, which represents the father astrologically. So I definitely feel like this could be what is going on with Pisces at the moment. It may be that you're exploring the foundation of a subconscious pattern and you're looking to create a new way of doing things. I definitely feel like this could be one of the scenarios that I'm seeing for the Piscean collective. I'm going to pull some tarot cards now, just to clarify. Clarify the sun, please, Spirit. One card for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising in January 2024. So we've got the 8 of Cups here, clarifying the sun. Clarify Cancer. One card, please, Spirit. For Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. We have the Devil. Clarify the 9th house for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. We've got the Death card. Clarify the 10th house for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. One card, please, for the 10th house. We have the 5 of Cups. Yep. Base of the deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is Venus in Scorpio. So there's an exploration around either your beliefs or your value system that you are looking at through a critical lens during this particular time. You're examining a particular value or belief that you hold, or a pattern of behavior. And you're exploring why there has been a level of stagnance in your life. This could be in relation to how you're showing up in romantic relationships for some of you, because Venus deals with not only social value, but she deals with love. For others of you, it could be looking at how your romantic relationships have been mirrored on subconscious patterns that have been forged from your early life, so early childhood experiences, because we first learn our behavior from our parents, and that is that sort of early form of socialization. So you could be exploring the relationship or the nature of the relationship that your mother and your father had, and it could be that subconsciously you have taken on some of those patterns or behaviors that you may be examining. But there is definitely something here with the Sun and the 8 of Cups. There is something that you are walking away from. There is something that you are leaving behind. This feels like an emotion that you have explored that you are seeing no longer serves you. And I definitely believe that with this 8 of Cups here, this is about laying a particular viewpoint, perspective, or emotion, leaving it in the past, because you're understanding that it's not helping you in the person that you are becoming. There could be this energy of feeling a little bit trapped by certain repetitive patterns and cycles, with the Devil and Cancer being here, and the Devil representing Capricorn energy, which is Cancer's sister sign. This is talking about the relationship at home. This is talking about the emotional and material dynamic between the home and the family. Or this could simply be looking at the relationship between the mother and the father. It could be that with the Devil, when it appears here, particularly next to Cancer, this is telling me that those of you that are actually watching this right now have been battling with a subconscious pattern or belief. This could be rooted in a fear. This could be feeling the energy of guilt or shame. Or this could simply be feeling confined or feeling trapped by a particular emotion or belief. And there is a need for you to let go and release it. There is something that happened in childhood that has affected you as an adult that you need to let go of and release. This is about coming to a place of acceptance and understanding that you have the opportunity to change. And the reason why I say changing and belief and acceptance, Sagittarius is all about faith, but doing what is right. And we've got the Death card here, which represents Scorpio energy. Scorpio is about change and transformation. So this is about changing a particular subconscious pattern or belief that you hold on to, because it's something that is no longer serving you. It's something of the past that's actually preventing you from moving forward. You have, for some of you who you have been given intuitive guidance around letting go of this, and you are very much aware of what this could be. For some of you, it could be materialism, because we have the Devil and Cancer here. For others of you, you have already sought, and this is not for everyone, this is for some people, you've already sought spiritual guidance, either through exploring maybe a tarot reading, or potentially even seeing an astrologer and looking at your natal chart, which is actually giving you guidance as to what it is that you need to let go of. For some of you, you may be using, because of, I'm seeing here, we've got, this says drink me, this says eat me. For some of you, what's happened is that you've displayed a toxic level of behavior by burying your emotions. For some of you, you could be using food to bury your emotions, which is why we've got Eat Me here. For some of you, it could be drink or alcohol that you're using to bury your emotions so that you are numb to what it is that you're feeling, but you are no longer able to ignore this with the death card, and you're being called to let go of this and relinquish this so that it no longer has patterns. It no longer has power over you, so that these patterns no longer are being created. You're here to cut this cycle. With the 10th house being here and the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Cups is talking about a level of melancholy, sadness, or disappointment around how past situations have manifested for you. So the subconscious behavior that you're displaying could have affected friendships, relationships. For some of you, it could even have affected your work. So some of you may be going through a particular period of time in which how you're feeling emotionally means that you're not able to work in the same way you were able to work differently. It could even be talking about being in a toxic work environment. But for some of you, this is related to your childhood. And you are almost at the point in which not only are you letting go of this pattern or this subconscious behavior, but you're starting to see that when you let this go, you give the universe permission and space to create something new for you. There is something that you cannot see coming in because you're so focused on the pain that you're feeling, but you're being asked to let this go. I'm going to be pulling some cards to close out your reading. I believe I'm going to use the Love Compass Oracle. Now, even though the Love Compass Oracle is really focused on love, I use this deck specifically for relationships. So this could be with regard to any type of significant relationship, whether it be platonic, familial, or romantic. Okay, so we've got a few cards that have come out here. We've got Have Faith. We have Conflict. And we've got Intimacy. Okay, I'm going to just look at the base of the deck. We've got Commitment. Okay, so this is actually telling me that those of you that are watching this are wanting to have a long-term stable relationship, but you're starting to understand that some of the patterns of behaviors that you have displayed may have been self-sabotaging behaviors that you have learned from childhood, that may have allowed you to mirror some of the patterns that your mother or father displayed, which has prevented you from having the types of love that you want within your life. What you're being told here is that you are attracting a lifelong partner and that this will come, but now is not the time for you to be able to have that relationship, because there is still work that you need to do on yourself emotionally in order to be in alignment for that relationship that you desire. Everything that we are learning here, I've come to the conclusion that Earth is a school. It's a place in which we learn the lessons of life in order to elevate to another level of consciousness. The more we elevate our consciousness, the more we put ourselves in a higher vibration. The more we put ourselves in a higher vibration is the more we can allow what is in alignment for us to have to come towards us. It's not about getting what we want. It's about aligning with who we are in order to have what it is that we desire. Okay, so we've got Have Faith. This is about having faith around the choices that you're making right now. This is about understanding that everything is happening for you, not to you. And this means that you have to trust without a shadow of a doubt that even though the tunnel may be dark, the light is at the end and it won't always be dark. Happiness and sadness are emotions that are temporal. They are not permanent states. So we have to believe that when we're going through emotions that causes us to feel sadness, that we're not always going to feel like that. But it's about allowing that emotion to feel validated. by allowing it to be present with you and feeling what you're feeling now in order to move through it, and having faith that what you're feeling at the moment is helping you to move towards what it is that you are desiring. For some of you, the having faith may even be an indication of a need for you to build more faith-based practices within your daily routine. It could be affirmations, it could be prayers, it could be journaling. For some of you, it could even be pulling cards. It could be carrying crystals. It could be speaking intentions into the universe. Whatever it is that you do as a daily practice, it's about being consistent with that practice in order to build a deeper level of faith within yourself. And one of the easiest ways in which we can build faith with ourselves is by keeping the promises that we make to ourselves, because this is one of the ways in which we build faith within ourselves and build faith within the universe that what it is that we want, we can have. Some of you with this conflict card are going through a very deep time of emotional turmoil. You're feeling conflicted about the old version of you and the new version of you. And it's about letting go of the old version of you, letting go of the past and making peace and accepting it. One of the biggest lessons that Pisces have to learn is that Pisces is the highest octave of love. Pisces energy represents unconditional love. And in order to have unconditional love, it means that you first need to give it to yourself. And in order to give that to yourself, it means you have to make peace with accepting what has gone on in the past and understanding that everything that has happened to bring you to this moment, has happened to bring you forward in your journey. And without any of those experiences, both good and bad, you wouldn't be the person that you are now. Everything is an opportunity for you to grow and for you to level up. But this is about being honest with where you are right now and understanding the perspectives, not only of yourself, because it's very easy for us to see our own perspective about how a particular situation, interaction, or relationship has made us feel, but being able to see it from the eyes of the other people involved. So there may be a need for some of you, in order to make peace with what it is that you are processing right now, there may be a need for you to do an origin story on the people involved in your situation and scenario. Because once you start to understand the journey that other people have gone on, it somehow humanizes them and helps you to grow a level of compassion in which you accept why they behave the way they behave and how that affected you. And that's how we grow to a deeper level of understanding, peace, and acceptance. The final card before I close out your reading is intimacy. And this is about understanding yourself on a subconscious level, emotional level, a spiritual level. There may be a need for some of you to use exercise at this particular time and allow the emotions to move through your body. Some of you may benefit from using yoga, Pilates, some form of martial arts or kickboxing to help you. For some of you, you may be using alternative practices or may want to choose alternative practices such as Reiki, but this is very necessary in order for you to have more of a balance within yourself. Now, I'm going to pause. I'm being told to pull a few more cards to close out your reading. I'm going to be pulling from the Angels of Abundance for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising for January 2024. Whoa. Take a Divinely Guided Chance is the first card. Whoa. Conscious Consumer. One more card. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Whoa, we've got two more. Visualize abundance in all forms. Base of the deck, 7 Vows of Poverty. And we have let go of guilt. So some of you may be feeling guilt around a particular relationship or situation of the past that you need to let go of, which is connected to your childhood or what you would have learned in your early years. Take a divinely guided chance is about understanding that whatever limiting emotion or thought or belief that you are displaying is stopping you from moving into your abundance. It's about building faith, which confirms the have faith card. This is also about being careful. This conscious consumer is about being careful about where you are placing your time and your energy, what you are consuming on a emotional level, spiritual level, physical level. It's about being discerning and having boundaries around what it is that you are prepared to have. For some of you, your diet needs to change. Drink more water, eat more fruits, eat more vegetables in order to balance out your emotions and ground your energy. For others of you, it's really about disconnecting from the world at this particular time, not being so consumed with social media. Actually sitting with yourself in silence in order to listen to the subconscious downloads that are coming towards you, that are giving you the guidance, that are helping you to move through the emotions that you're feeling. For others of you, with this visualizing abundance, you may benefit at this particular time of year from creating a vision board about what it is that you want in all forms of your life. How do you want your life to look spiritually? How do you want your life to be emotionally? How do you want your life to be materially? What is it that you want to create in terms of a business? What is it that you want to create in terms of a passion project? And how are you going to allow those particular gifts or talents that you have to help you build that life? For others of you, the last message, which is going to close out your reading, is to let go of guilt. The past is gone. There is nothing we can do about it. What we have is the now. The future isn't set, but we have the now. So what changes are you going to make to your life now in order to create the life that you desire? I hope that that's helped. I hope that that has resonated. And I will see you again soon for your February tarot scope. Take care. Bye.